How to choose the right coach. I had a conversation today with a friend of mine and it got me thinking. One coach that will be a perfect choice for you will be 100% the wrong choice for your best friend, for example. And you need to understand that when you're asking for feedback from somebody, all that you're receiving is an opinion, it's subjective. It's just the experience that this person had with the coach. This doesn't mean he is a bad coach. Yeah, of course, if you ask 10 people and 10 people tell you that this person is not the right choice, probably he sucks as a coach. Okay, this could be reasonable. But even me as a coach, if you ask my clients, there would be clients that will tell you that they were not fully satisfied with the way I'm working, with the way I'm coaching, what I expect, and all that, which is perfectly fine. There's no, how to say it, like guidelines in order to be able to coach somebody. Some people need more discipline, other people need don't need to be micromanaged. For example, me as a client, I'm like that. I don't want to be micromanaged. I don't want you to text me constantly and ask me if I weigh my food, did I drink my water, did I do my cardio. And this comes at the point of your fitness journey when you are ready to level up. If you've understood already that whatever you do during this process doesn't matter on a daily basis to meet your macros, to do your cardio, to be 100% in the gym and to finish your workout the way your coach gave it to you, and to be perfectly honest in your check-ins, you need to actually be honest with this person, because if you are not, it's never going to work. There will be some things that are missing out of the equation, and your coach is not going to be able to push you forward. So if these things are not met for me, doesn't matter if I'm a client or a coach, the match is not going to be there. We're not going to be able to work together. Just because for me, I've realized through my work with clients that if you don't have the internal motivation and discipline, I'm not the person for you. I'm not going to be constantly chasing you for updates, asking you, how was that? How was that? Why are you 2 days late? Why didn't you fill your sheet in Excel? Why didn't you do that? How was the workout? This is not me. This means you need a cheerleader coach, and in most cases, these are people that are at a lower level of their journey. This doesn't mean you're not disciplined or anything, you're just not at the point of being almost a professional and knowing what to expect out of the process. And there are coaches that are perfectly fine with that. They want to chat with their clients daily, they want to receive updates on everything, which is, for me, again, I'm telling you, this is micromanaging. This is at the level that you're the employee and you have a supervisor that is constantly nagging you in order to work. For me, I don't want to work with such clients, and I don't want to be this type of client myself. Also, what you need to account for, as it has happened with me and one of my best friends, whenever you have a relationship between you and your coach, it is very easy to miss the professional line. You start depending on this person for validation for everything. And of course, you base him in the center of your existence. And this doesn't mean a romantic relationship. My relationship with my previous coach was just like that. He was, I was so focused on his opinion, and I was, oh my God, he knows everything. He's God, he's the God of bodybuilding. He knows everything. I will just trust him. I will do whatever he tells me. And this is how I actually ended up using PEDs for 1 year. So you need to have critical thinking, And you need to understand emotions should not be there. Yes, of course, I'm here to support you. Your coach will forever, I'm telling this with my heart in mind, your coach will forever want you to do your best. But he's not your friend. He or she is not your friend. They're not there to support you. If you need psychological help and treatment and all that, there are psychotherapists for that. And whenever you start mixing the relationship of being professional, turning it into best friends, besties, or God forbid, a relationship that is based on romantic feelings, you will not get the most of it. Because after all, I'm telling it again, probably for the third time in this video, this is a professional relationship. You pay me in order to coach you and to show you the right way. I'm not here to be the support for you in every kind of situation. Oh my God, you know what happened with my boyfriend, this thing, that thing. Yes, of course, if you have some type of a stressor in your life, you will mention it. But that's it. Because if you start turning your coach in everything, he's your best friend, he's your therapist, he's your support, he might be even your romantic obsession. After that, it becomes toxic. And it's not only about bringing the best out of you. Doesn't matter if you're competing or you just have some type of fitness goals. You start centering her or him, and you start basing yourself on their opinion, which is not always right. Everybody makes mistakes. We are subjective people, especially if you're in the sport of bodybuilding. It's all about subjectivity. Even on stage, it's about subjectivity. So, being fully yourself and not needing this type of relationship is also like if you've been to therapy and you've worked on yourself, most probably you're not gonna fall in this type of relationship. But what I've seen from my clients, if you're at that point of your journey, you most probably are not gonna fall for a cheerleader coach, which for me is for people that are on beginner level, and you cannot expect these people to follow their plan 100% if you're not nagging them all the time. But if you are more in the intermediate to, let's say, almost pro level, you already know your shit. You know that if you're honest in if you are doing what you're supposed to do, you're only helping yourself. And your check-ins with your coach just become, hey, here is that, here are my updates, this happened and this happened, this week was that. And you just receive feedback, objective feedback, not feedback that is based on in his telling himself, oh my God, if I say my honest opinion right now, she's gonna be hurt. What do you mean? You're my coach. You need to be objective as hell. If you cannot tell me I suck, the judges will tell me that later. And it's gonna be worse for both of us. So, yeah, you need to search for objectivity, for very, very honest conversations, and of course, for somebody that is very educated. Of course, support is something you should be receiving, but you need to have very, very clear borders and you shouldn't go over them.